What's going on, everybody? It's Thursday night, which means it's time for another Toypixx live stream. And tonight, we're going to be talking Mythic Legions. That's kind of the lead, because with this whole Legacies of Mythoss thing going on, I'm kind of going, hey, it seems like maybe I jumped into the line at the right time, because now all these characters that I never had any shot of ever procuring, well, that's right, procuring, now they're getting version 2 figures and they're pretty awesome. And I just did that, like I have one sitting in front of me. I don't. I have Maxilius the Harvester and Sir Gideon Heavensbrand 2. So that's what I pointed at. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So we're going to talk about Legacies of Mythoss. We're probably going to go deep into Mythic Legions. At least I'm hoping, because I want to know things. I want to know what faction people are into. I want to know what it is about the line that people dig so much. And I want to talk a little bit about the articulation with them, because somebody raised a valid point on my X profile when I was talking about this live stream, or where I posted about it. And he said, what do you think about the articulation on Legions? So we'll talk a little bit about that, because he's right. I'm an articulation snob. And Legions, they're not as articulated as most things, but they sure are pretty. Anyway, we'll also be talking about the latest MAFEX reveals, and that's pretty much it. Unless, of course, you guys come up with something that we'll be adding to everything else as we go along. So, with that said, anyone checking this out on the replay, let us all know what it is about Mythic Legions that you enjoy just so gosh darn much. Now, let's jump into the chat, shall we? Sci-Fi, of course, sir. Greetings and toytations, everyone. First off, a very big thank you once again to all who voted for me and to Mr. Toypixx himself, Dave, for the 2 Retro Vipers. They arrived on Tuesday. Nice. I probably should have been looking at that tracking. I'm glad they got there, Sci-Fi. See, Sun Wukong Monkey King figure, and man is he nice. Oh, you can even light up his eyes thanks to a battery and magnet that comes with the figure. I got the battle damaged version. He comes with a smaller, highly articulated 4-inch monkey version of himself with a bow staff. Sun Wukong comes with many accessories, including a lengthy yet slim bendy wire tail. This thing is freaking awesome. I can't wait for the demonic Lion King to arrive. I got the golden version of him. Fury Toys, me like it. I guess all of the bad talk about the card back art for Retro Flint has finally lit a small fire under Hasbro. You know, I was going to talk a little bit about that too. That seems like it read, so I got the email about that card. And it read like, if you've already pre-ordered them, you might get one of these. I don't know if other orders from Hasbro, whatever Hasbro Pulse, are going to be considered for it. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, I saw that, and it smacked 1 of desperation, but 2 of not knowing the brand very well. There should be 85 of those card backs, not 82. Yes, G.I. Joe started in 82, but a Retro Flint, that's an homage to a figure that came out in 85. Anyway, sorry, Sci-Fi. That was when I got that email, I just kind of laughed at it. Let's see. Now, if you order a Retro Flint, you have a small possibility of getting a brand new card back of Flint illustrated by Rich Pellegrino. Only 82 pieces have been made. So good luck to all you variant chasers. The Gamerverse Punisher and Nick Fury 2-pack is available for pre-order today on various sites. Speaking of Gamerverse, several stores have gotten Shumagorath, aka Gigantos, in. If you've always wanted a mech for your Cobra forces, Hasbro is shipping the snakes out soon for those that have pre-ordered. James Gunn showed the cover to his script for Man of Tomorrow, where Superman and Luthor possibly team up against someone. Let's see, the cover art shows off the brain of the person on it like an anatomy cutaway. So many fans are excited, saying this can only be Brainiac. I, for one, am definitely looking forward to this. It would be nice if at some point in the film we got a classic Luthor and Brainiac team up versus Superman. Movie trivia: the supercomputer in Superman 3 was supposed to be Brainiac originally, but the budget wouldn't allow it to be done properly, so they went the Dollar Tree route. Even the synthetic kryptonite they used was supposed to be red, but someone forgot and left it green. Ah, man, you know what? The worst part? I've kind of blocked Superman 3 out of my brain, and I definitely blocked Superman 4. 1 and 2, I'm good with. Superman 3, I basically remember that Richard Pryor's in it. Let's see, all 4 half-hour eps of Marvel Zombies came out Wednesday, and it wound up making about as much sense as a hole in the head after you get to the ending. If they made the zombies more like twisted versions of themselves, like in the books, then that would have been a major upgrade. Instead, it was, DOA, as far as I'm concerned. It had a few cool moments, but most of those were quickly undermined by all of the constant wisecracking. Disney's gonna Disney, I guess. I was gonna talk about the Mythic Legions live stream, but apparently Dave watched it too, so I'll let him start it off. I actually didn't see the live stream. Let's see, I will say with everything they showed, Mythic Legions knows how to tickle my wallet. That's the bi-weekly rundown for the day. Now, back to you, Dave. Tired of your old, boring chat? Well, try the esteemed chat. Thanks, Sci-Fi. Mythic Legions knows how to tickle my wallet. Let's see, that's, whoa, hey, it hit it twice. Let's try another one. That's right, you'll get all substance and no fillers with the esteemed chat, or feeling angry and frustrated like other chats can leave you here. You're esteemed. This is very true. And thanks again for the rundown, Sci-Fi. I actually didn't see that live stream. So if there's some stuff that I don't bring up, I'll let you guys help fill me in on all that, because you'll know. And I clearly sucked. Anton, don't worry, Sci-Fi. Don't worry, Sci-Fi. I got one of those imposters from a parallel dimension who hates comics, hates graphic novels, and hates science fiction movies. But I bashed him back to his own dimension. Very nice, Anton. Alien Earth ended the way I didn't think it would end, but that creepy eyeball creature found a new host, and it's pretty bad. Ooh. Anton, thank you for your eternal vigilance, esteemed Time Lord. See, Skew, thanks, man. Keeping everybody involved even before they show up. Massive appreciation, sir. Good to see you tonight. What's going on, Paul? Good to see you too. Clank, what's up? LPZ, sorry, I went total Budweiser on that one. Or was that Bud Light? I shouldn't do that anymore. The Toy Odyssey, good evening, fine gents. Good evening, the Toy Odyssey. Good to see you tonight. See, I'm loving that Marvel Legends X-Men 97 cable. That thing does look really good, doesn't it? See, thanks, Q. What's going on, Ghost Tab? Good to see you tonight. Woo-hoo! It's a good night. Alrighty. You know the drill. We're going to talk about this real quick just because I am a shameless promoter of all the things. Ladies and gentlemen, here's something I don't normally bring up. First off, September's Patreon photo contest theme is villains. So if you're a member of the Toypixx Patreon at the Grande level or above, you can enter this, find this post here, or go to the description on the YouTube channel. Click that, you'll get all the rules. So what I'm going to tell you is that no one has entered yet. Now, that's on me a little bit. I haven't been advertising this online as much as I should be. But for anybody that plays, I mean, if only one person enters, you are guaranteed this Cobra Commander and this Cobra Viper. So if any of you aren't quite sure whether or not you want to do this, guess what? No one has done it yet. So yeah, take a picture, take a villainous picture, and send it in. And be warned though, I am going to start talking about this a little more. So, you know, people hopefully will send in a few more. But as of now, your chances of winning are 100%. So let's get back, see what's going on with ye old chat. What do you got, Clank? If you enjoy Mythic Legions, I also recommend D13 Biblical Adventures. I've seen them. I shouldn't say that. I haven't seen them in real life. I haven't seen them in person, but they do look really good. So that might be something to jump in. My problem is So I know that I'm all over the place with what I would think of as focus, which isn't a whole lot of focus right now. I'm looking at 7 lines. One of those lines isn't even a line, it's just all things Jada. And so I want to not branch out too much more, which I know is going to hurt a lot of the smaller companies, and I feel bad about it, but the wallet can only take so much. So we'll see what happens in the future as I promote Toypixx more and get some more clients and all that. That's when I'll be able to jump outside of these lines and gamble a bit more. But they are on my radar. I do think they look very cool. Ghost Have, I got the LPZZ Batman, liked it so much, I pre-ordered the Deathstroke. You know, just before I got on here, I was going through Instagram, and Just Jay Hernandez had posted his pictures of that LPZZ Batman. That thing looks phenomenal. So definitely, if anybody's on the fence, if they can get it, it kind of looks like you should go get it. And his caption simply read, I think it was LPZZ Batman goated. So you might want to check them out if you want a really cool Arkham Batman. I'm curious about that one myself, but like I said, I'm really trying to stick to the 7 lines. I don't know. Inart, LPZZ, I might have to gamble on one of those at some point. Skew, D13, let's see, BA line is dope, Dave. This is what I've heard. Just a couple of chats ago. Paul, thank you, man. Always appreciated. Oh, Skibbity Riz. Oh dear. Guys, Spaded One's not feeling well. Make sure we gotta send him some, I don't know. I don't even know. You gotta send Spaded some good vibes, ladies and gentlemen, because let's face it, something's very wrong. Spaded One, blink twice if you've been kidnapped. That doesn't work at all, does it? Type the letter 2. Type the number 2 twice. Let's see. What's going on, Star? Good to see you tonight, man. It's been a bit. All righty. So that was that. That was my so shameless plug. Let's get out of there and jump right into not the Legions aspect just yet. Don't worry, though. We're going to look at these MAFEX figures. We have Bloodsport here. Now, I've said ad nauseum, I'm not a big movie guy, and to be honest, this is the first time I'm looking at these pictures. So let's go through, see what we've got. I mean, he looks the part. Like I said, though, I'm not a big, it's not like I went and I scoured the internet for pictures of Bloodsport to find out how consistent he is with the film. But I do know that MAFEX tends to be very consistent just because they actually wait till after the film's released so they can make the character that's on screen. Let's see. I want a better picture of that head sculpt. Oh, that's pretty sweet. It almost has like an alien look there. Yeah, you could pick up some of these as use them as army builders. Yeah, he looks pretty good. I love that flame effect. I did see this picture somewhere. That's pretty good stuff. Oh, wow. MAFEX is starting to get a lot better. And I've been saying that, I think, for like a year, but their realistic portraits are getting pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. Let's go. Holy crap. He comes with all kinds of goodies. All right. Hold on. We'll go back to this picture, but I didn't look at the price before I clicked on him. I'm curious. 135. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you're going to order MAFEX, go to an import site. I recommend AmiAmi, but I don't think too many people have too bad a time with the others. All right, let's see what's going on with the people. Wait a second. Before I do that, I want to go back to his faces. There we go. Spaded, ordered myself a MAFEX Captain. Should be here tomorrow, walking on sunshine, baby. The MAFEX Captain is awesome, Spaded One. You're going to really dig him, I think. See, I was out of state visiting relatives. Hope you had a good time, Star. Where was it? Sunny? Was it nice? Was the weather good? That's what's the key. Ghost Tab BBTS has most MAFEX sold by 130 USD. I don't know what crack pipe they're smoking, but that's an easy pass for me. Yeah, I mean, I agree at that price. Especially, I mean, I wouldn't get this anyway, but I'm looking at other sites to get my stuff when it comes to MAFEX. Star, hey, did you all see the pre-orders for Jada Edge Runners, Maine and Rebecca? Yeah, I haven't either. Star, if those show up, I will be on here letting you know. Don't worry. That Peacemaker they showed looks more like a Schwarzenegger impersonator than John Cena. I haven't gotten there yet. This will be good. No, seriously, like I haven't looked at. I think I saw, like I said, I saw the one with the picture with him firing that flame. Let's see, I saw this picture somewhere, but that's it. Like I haven't seen a whole lot. So we've got Bloodsport there. Let's get out of Bloodsport. Now we'll look at Schwarzenegger, maybe. I mean, and I don't know enough. Like I said, it's been a long time. In fact, hold on. Let me look and see. Yep, these are from the Suicide Squad. So it's not the Peacemaker show or anything like that. But again, I haven't seen this stuff in so long, I couldn't tell you if they're getting the looks right or not. He doesn't look. Oh no. Ooh, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure I'm getting Schwarzenegger vibes out of it, but I'm definitely not getting Cena vibes out of it either. Man, just when I sit here and say, man, yeah, MAFEX is really starting to kind of kill it with the whole portraiture, this one is looking less killing it. That angle's not terrible, but it's still not very Cena. Oh, that angle is total Schwarzenegger. Oh dear. And I don't know who that is in the bottom right there. Ouch. Okay, well, facially, I would not go for this. This is a different, I mean, they've been doing this. MAFEX has been doing this a little more with their more live action stuff, I think. You can see that he's going to get more than 90-degree bend. It'll probably pretty much follow this line. So it'll still be a decent bend. But on the other hand, it is weird seeing him without the double joints. I'm wondering if it's more a cost saving thing because there would be more pieces in here, I think, with a double joint, or is it just an aesthetics thing? So I'm curious about all that because no company, even though I loves me my MAFEX, no company is immune to having to try and cut corners when necessary. Yeah, that's I don't know what's going on with that bottom right hand face. I know what's going on with that stuff though. That's pretty hardcore. I love a clipboard. I don't remember that from the movie at all, but that's got to be pretty much spot on for something. Ugh, yeah, that's scary. Sci-fi, I want that Black Manta. I'll wait for the CT Toys knockoff. Oh, sci-fi. Why? Skew. Oh boy, Spaded Mind, pump you up. Yeah, that's right. We are here to pump you up. Hear me now and believe me later. Ghost have good catch on Peacemaker being from the movie, but not the show. Otherwise, he would have Eagly. Ah, okay. I never knew that John Cena was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He looks straight out of the film. Oh dear. He looks more like Homelander than Cena. See, better with helmet on. Oh, for sure. There's so many jokes that just popped into my head reading that. I will refrain, however. I'm a fine, upstanding citizen after all. Yeah, that's definitely, I can see that being a Schwarzenegger angle. Even with the helmet on, though, I don't know. It's almost like there's too much room between, like looking at this anyway. You ever see those characters that have just a really long area between their nose and their upper lip? Like it almost looks like a caricature of John Cena with that. That seems longer than it should be. I could be wrong though. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hans, Franz, and John's Cena? I likes it. Do you guys remember? I think Schwarzenegger ended up on the Hans and Franz thing on SNL, which was kind of perfect. Okay, let's get out of Cena here. Another one that's 135. Wow, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to jump over real quick to Ami Ami. Now, I don't know what they're doing right now as far as shipping, so I don't want to sit here and say, oh, go to Ami Ami for sure. But give me just a sec. And maybe they're trying to put out more weapons and all that. Okay. Sorry, this is my own investigatory work here. All right, 12,540 yen. Let's see what the Google machine tells me. 2 USD. Okay, 83.68. So if you order on Ami Ami, he's 83.68 plus shipping. For a while, they were saying they weren't going to do DHL, but I know Nin Game was doing the same thing, and they're back to using DHL. So I don't know what's going to go on with Ami Ami. I would say if they go back to DHL, you're probably saving, because it's usually right around 25 bucks, or it was last time I got something that might have gone up to, let's just assume 30. Let's assume that DHL is 30 bucks to get this. Then you're looking at $113.68. So 135, and that's minus, they're not going to charge you tax. So with Big Bad Toy Store, it's 135 plus tax plus $4 shipping, unless, you've got a crazy pile of loot going. So this will probably save you, I would assume, it would save me about 143, 147. It would save me probably around $34 to order it from Ami Ami instead of BBTS. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, again, I don't know if they're getting DHL back, and any other form of payment would be cheaper than that. It would just take a while to get to us. And that was, ladies and gentlemen, quick math. All right, let's go back to that BBTS there. And get out of Sir Cena and down to Gumbo. That's right. Because of the 90s X-Men show, I call Gambit Gumbo. It makes it fun for me. So, Gambit is, the MAFEX Gambit is bar none, and I don't think I'd get many arguments on this, objectively the best Gambit in 1/12 scale that has ever been made. The best comic book Gambit, I will say. The best 90s Jim Lee era Gambit. That way we totally eliminate all doubt. So if you don't have Gambit, and let me show you, I've got this one post up kind of funny. Hold on, let me share the screen real quick, or just drop that out so you can see. He had, the last time I used him, he was throwing cards and I had him tilted back and all that. He looks like he's doing one of those super anime robot poses. But this is, bar none, the very best Gambit that's ever been made in 1/12 scale. I will die on that hill, ladies and gentlemen. Now, maybe it won't be true next year, but right now, this is it. So if you missed out on this and you really want a great Gambit, I think the one you want to go for is this one. Let me go back, make sure I show this off. It is different colors, and I'm sure they did that so they could charge more money, because I think Japan has something where if something is released at, say, 70 bucks 5 years ago, it has to be released at 70 bucks today. And I don't know, don't quote me on that, but it seems weird when they do a reissue and the price isn't crazy, So there are things like that to consider. But this guy, I think he's supposed to be the Gambit. Let's see, it says comic variant version, which is what I thought the one I had was. So I think what this is supposed to be is the Gambit from the cover of X-Men #1, the one that Jim Lee drew. That is super famous and all that. So genuinely, if you don't have Gambit, this is a good Gambit to get. The only thing I would say is, now he is kind of dulled down. I haven't looked at these pics yet either. I would say see if somebody is going to make, because we all know Gambit uses kind of the pink effects. So hopefully there's some customizer out there or somebody who's going to make these effects in pink for this newest Gambit, because that seems like a strange miss. Like, even though Gambit's not the same, he's a little bit like, his colors are different than the one I've got. You would think they still would have made these pink, because there's enough differentiation here to have been able to do that and not feel like you were cheapening the first one, I would think. But yeah, he's and I believe those are the same head sculpts. These are definitely the same. Like, he's holding 2 cards with this hand. This is all the same stuff that this version has. So yeah, I think if you don't have Gambit yet, you probably want Gambit. Star, this fig looks too discount Galactus for me. Which one was it? Oh, I should have found this earlier. I'm guessing Peacemaker. And I could see that, actually. Excuse, Star, I hunger. Give me a Kmart icy discount Galactus. Guys, okay. So I know somebody that talks all the time about the food at Kmart. Like, she would talk about the subs at Kmart. I worked at Kmart, and I don't remember the subs there. Does anybody remember the subs at Kmart? Like, because she talks about them like they were a great deal. They were amazing subs, and I don't remember them at all. Sad but true. Yep. CT Toys Gambit is an option too. All Gambits, MAFEX equal fire. I forgot CT Toys did do the Gambit that I've got as well. Star, there have been several MAFEX figs I had an interest in and was about to pull the trigger on until I saw that price tag. No thanks. Yep, I totally get it. That's why every chance I get, I head over and show everybody what Ami's charging. It's still pricey for sure, but it's a lot less pricey than getting them from BBTS. This is more of a Marvel Capcom color too, right? I don't know, Skew. I know people were talking. Hang on, let's see. Let's see. Before I finish that thought, Marvel versus Capcom. I should probably type Gambit instead of Gumbo, huh? Images. I'll share this screen in just a sec. I'm going to a page that looks like it has a picture of a lot of Gambit's variant looks. But I'm looking for that picture before I click anything here. Oh dear, it's a tiny picture. All right, hang on. I'll share this real quick. Da, 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 da. But yeah, that's tiny. I can see where I don't know, actually. I was going to say I can see where that second one is, but that coat is almost too red for that. Maybe the bottom middle? Hold on. Let's look up the cover of Jim Lee the Jim Lee X-Men #1. I guess I should just call that X-Men Volume 2, #1. Okay, hold on. What do we got? Show me the things. Nerdist. Allow ads. Wait, what? What have I done? I don't want to do any of that. Hang on. I'm looking. We'll find this. We notice that it's a blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. I finally found one. I wouldn't say that the cover there, I wouldn't say it's those colors either. So I don't know. I mean, I guess what makes sense is that it is a Marvel vs. Capcom variant that I just didn't quite notice. But this Gambit looks closer to the one I've got. He's got slightly pinker skin, But aside from that, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, well, all right. Let's close this down, close this down. I've opened many windows for all this stuff. All right, let's get back to, oh, hey guys, my head, it's huge. Let's go to Tone Planetoid. Go back to Gambit. I tried saying Gumbo, then I tried fixing it to Gambit. Star, rather appropriate to talk about Kmart subs right after they went under. It's fair. It's fair. Well played, Star. Over a foot-long super sub from Kmart, ham and cheese or Italian. You could also get a cherry or let's see, a cherry Coke or a cherry Coca-Cola slush and a fresh box of popcorn. You could get a 2-pack of the subs for $3. Holy crap. I don't remember that at all. And like I said, literally, I used to work there and I don't remember. Like, I was in electronics. I was on the opposite side. But when I would walk in the front door to go to work, the deli or the food was right to my left. Like, it was right at the entrance. I have no idea how I missed these subs. See, me neither. Those Marvel Capcom 2-packs are looking, well, pretty good. I'm interested. How good is the Marvel Legends quality? You know, it's been so long since I picked up a Legends. I'm the last person to ask. I will tell you, Star, Anthony's Customs did a review of the Wolverine pack with Silver Samurai, and he said, which was insane for him to say, he said the Wolverine in there, because of the way they sculpted him and got him painted and everything else, he said you owe it to yourself to even spend the money on that 2-pack to get that Wolverine, even if you don't like the Silver Samurai. He said it was that good. So if Anthony's Customs is giving props to a Marvel Legends figure, I would say that's one to go for. So that's what I know about quality as far as Marvel Legends. If he says it's that good, I think it must be that good. Skew, holy blue light special. I know, that was insane. Harry, what's up, sir? I would consider BBTS. For around 20 more, you get better customer service and support. One of the very few action figure retailers. I think, and that's fair too. That's very fair, Harry. The only thing I would say is I've never needed customer support from Amiyami. So I've never had to deal with it. So if that ever were to happen, I don't know what would happen there. But I know that one of my figures, I think the Iron Man, I saved around $30 or $40 just ordering him from Amiyami over BBTS. Anton, hey, it's for horses, but grass is cheaper. I haven't said that in years. Sci-fi Skew, those things were packed with meat. There's jokes. Still, that sounds insane. I can't believe $3 for 2. How did I miss this? Let's see. Anton said it, 7-Eleven. Boy, that was a great time. And they had comics. They had a big spinner rack of comics. Oh, wow. Yeah, I miss those. Let's see. Oh, Kmart. Okay. This was Kmart in the 70s and at the top of the 80s. Maybe that's why I wasn't working at Kmart till the 90s. So maybe it was about mid to late 90s, I think. I wasn't there long. I was there like 6 months, but but yeah, I would think I would have seen that. So maybe that's what's up. What's up, Brick? Good to see you tonight, sir. Must push the buttons. And well, I read the Spider-Man 97, and boy, that was good. It brought back so many wonderful memories. And Kane and Margarine is in it. He's the character hunting all the Spider-Mans. Margarine. I can't. Okay, help me out, Anton. I'm sure that there's not somebody named Margarine. Anton, the art is good. The story is good. It looks really wonderful. Can't wait to see the second issue. That's going to be nice. Wow, that's exactly what I was thinking. I want the Wolverine, and I couldn't care less about Silver Samurai. Yeah, man. I mean, I would go for it. I will say that when that Wolverine gets released on his own, I'll definitely pick him up. Even if he's not that exact Wolverine, if he's the tan costume, or the brown costume, which I prefer anyway, I'll be good with it. So yeah, once I can get that as a standalone figure, I'm in. And truly, the reason right now is I'm gonna run out of room, even in this studio that has plenty of room. I might need to build like shelves along the side here. That would be craziness. But I can't just buy 2 packs because then I have an extra figure just taking up space somewhere. So once that Wolverine's released on his own, I'm in. Brick, what's up? What's up? Hope all's well. Guys, it's so good when everybody's chatting with each other. I really appreciate it. 7-Eleven comics on a rack. Books were 75 cents when I started. Man, I think that's what they were for me as well. And we didn't know, like I didn't know at the time, hey, we can bag and board these things. I was just getting fun comics. Whoo, I shipped my pants. Ad was hilarious. What? I don't remember. Why don't I remember that? I should remember that. From Kmart. Why don't, I remember nothing, obviously. Pants dropping shipping? Oh dear. Margarine. So its name was really Margarine. Mandarin, maybe? Kmart was my Toys R Us before there was Toys R Us. Nice. Yeah, so I worked in electronics and the toys were right there. So I would straighten up because Kmart was pretty dead. I would straighten up electronics and keep my eye on it because that is where people would go and try and steal stuff. I'd keep my eye on it, but then I'd walk over to toys and help them straighten their stuff as I was kind of seeing what there was there that I needed. Anton, let's not talk about Toys R Us, KB Toy, and Hobby. They had so many wonderful things. I know. Such good memories. Let's see. Comics were 15 cents when I started. Holy crap, Harry. That's pretty awesome, though. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's jump in. Let's get out of gumbo here. And let's take it down to this figure, who is the one that I would be most tempted to get. Here's why. I think this Black Manta works really well as a comic Black Manta. I think it looks great. And the skin suit, there's not like crazy big time movie texture going on with this. And all you have to do, you don't want it to be the movie Black Manta, just leave the helmet on, But yeah, it's not this crazy amount of texture. It's not, how sometimes the figure itself looks like the texture that movies put on things make them almost look like they're wearing the same material that a basketball is made of. We don't have that here. This just looks like a slick Black Manta suit. And he looks really good. And they still have trouble posing their shoulders in photographs. Ladies and gentlemen, remind me that I have to get a hold of MAFEX. I gotta get a hold of them so we can sell more stuff for them. I need to take pictures for these guys. But yeah, I think this Black Manta looks amazing. Now look at that. I hadn't gotten this far. I did look at Black Manta a little bit. Oh, that looks great. And that looks comic booky as well. I think this can really double as a comic Black Manta. For sure. Nothing here is crazy detailed. It all looks like it could come out of the comics, which I'm sure is, at this point, just a point that I keep making that's unnecessary. But he looks amazing. Ooh, those beams are sweet. Look at all that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this Black Manta. Hopefully MAFEX will get some Justice League going and they'll come out with a comic Aquaman that I could use this with, because that's very cool. Again, 135, and again, whatever I said, probably 83 something on Ami. So just be mindful. If you're looking to get this stuff, just consider it. I'm not saying that it's absolutely guaranteed, but I have ordered somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 MAFEX figures from Ami and never once had a problem. So just something to think about. Let's head back there. I want to see. I'm going to leave it on this picture. I think that's a good picture to check out. Anton, I think the autocorrect is not helping me here, but he was like the Dark Knight in the King Arthur story. He's like a vampire. He sucks the essence of Spider-Man's all across the... Is it Mordred? Is that right? I'm trying to remember. No, Mordred can't be right. I don't know. Maybe? Star, I do love the character, but I think I prefer the version from the first Aquaman film. I don't remember that. I wonder if I should check that out. Uncarded, Mythic Legions, count me in. And we're about there, Uncarded. You're here just in time. Sci-fi, the Aquaman film had no problem making some accurate costumes for everyone. Yeah, this just looks really good. Star, I never saw the film, but did he have that awesome cartoon Black Manta voice in the live-action movie? I don't know. I don't recall. I saw the first one, but I didn't see the second. Anton, this older man, walked into my local comic book shop, and he said I used to have my lunch money. I would be able to buy comics and have money left over. I said those days are long gone. Oh, yeah, for sure. Skew, get a look at those bugs I sent. Oh, you found the things. Moreland, thank you, Brick. Oh, why couldn't I come up with that? Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Sci-Fi. Moreland, he's the animal totem vampire. Okay, got it. Mordred is king, Arthur's son. Oh, that's what I was. Yep, I knew when I said it didn't sound right, but I was hoping. The Spider-Verse guy. Oh, man. Appreciate it, Brick. See, Black Manta. Oh, let's see. He's one of my favorite supervillains. Underappreciated, too. I think they did him good in the DC Universe cartoons and in the Aquaman movie. You know, it's been so long since I saw the Aquaman movie, I can barely remember it. But I'm just looking at this figure. He looks phenomenal. Uncarded, Mordred is the son of Morgan Le Fay. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Now I'm getting totally, that was Justice League. Did they follow? You know what? I talk about liking the King Arthur stuff. I don't know nearly enough as I should. I need to get on that. I sent you a pic of the bugs too, Dave. Oh, Brick. I have got to get on my Instagram messages. Thanks, man. I'll check them out. Anton, he's a pirate and his father got killed by Aquaman, but he was a pirate too. And he has died a couple of times and gotten eaten by a shark in one of the comics I have. Well, apparently he didn't digest too well. Anton, don't think that Aquaman's wimpy because if he can command a great white shark to eat you, you're not going to say very much. I mean, Aquaman could put the whole ocean against Superman and Superman would win. But if he pitted the whole ocean against Goku, Goku would get crushed. I don't know why I say these things. I don't really have a skin in the, or like a dog in the fight. I mean, I prefer Superman to Goku, but I also don't know Goku that much. This is me just poking the anime bear. Anime bear. See, I did it again. Skew, Brick, awesome. Did you get those in Japan? Oh, Matt, see, now I'm going to have to look over there, aren't I? All right, guys, that is pretty much it as far as Black Manta is concerned. Let's shut this down. See what everybody's got. Let me see. I'm going to take a swig of the good stuff. This is what we call the H20. And we're going to jump right in. I'm going to move Gambit here. He's kind of in my way. I'm going to show off here really quick. I'm going to show you guys right now my entire Mythic Legions collection. Right now, we've got Maxilius the Harvester, which is really cool. He's a little cumbersome to mess with. I will be honest about that. Like I'm not honest anyway. He has, so this piece that drapes down here, it's got a chain that's holding it on, and you have to make sure that that chain is underneath the pegs that are here, not under as in going into the holes that these peg into, but physically below the holes, and then plug this in so it doesn't hang super low. And that gets a little cumbersome to do. That said, once you've got that figured out, this guy is just freaky cool. I think my favorite part, look at those eyes. Well, let's see. Just dead eyes right there. This guy is wicked, and I loves it. I've always wanted skeleton figures. People think it's very strange. You know how you usually think of skeleton stuff when you think of things like Harley and 70s music when it comes to Ozzy and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. For some reason, I've always thought skeletons and skulls and all that were cool. And I wasn't really into the Ozzy stuff and have never had a Harley, though the family did. And they are fun to ride on. Anton, you're absolutely right, Sci-Fi George. Thanks for the assist. Brick, yeah, SKU Raider, 2 in picks from, let's see, July 2024. Most were from July 2025. I'll have to find these. Paul, thank you, man. Always appreciated. Yep, some Legions with a ton of accessories, regalia, and soft goods can get a little unwieldy, but gorgeous, for sure. Star, any word on updated articulation for Cosmic Legions? Anyone, please? You know what? It sounds like there was a live stream. Did anybody hear about updated articulation for Cosmic Legions, since they are getting it for Mythic Legions? Break, they look real. Oh, we are talking those guys, aren't we? All right, and the other one that I got, and by the way, I got the Knight hands as well. So this didn't, I don't believe Gideon came with a fist, but I've got that fist on him. This figure for the price is amazing. Had I pre-ordered him, I think I would have gotten him for $37.50. I got him for $50 because I didn't, or pre-ordered him from Four Horsemen. But at $50, he's a steal. This is an incredible figure. And the one thing I did want to bring up articulation before we really get into it. One of the things that was preventing me from getting into Legions was their limited articulation. But we do have a Knight here who can do better than 90 degrees. And when I saw that, and when it came to Knights and all that stuff, because I think that stuff's kind of cool. When I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm going to try a Mythic Legions and we'll see what happens. And currently, without any spoilers, by the way, Monday we'll be talking about our favorite figures of 2025 so far. Currently, Gideon is, I think, #1. And this is a year where I got my fave G.I. Joe ever and my fave Street Fighter 2 character ever. So that says a lot about what I'm thinking about this line right now. I am over the moon for Gideon here as far as just how cool he is. Hold on. I want to put down the visor. Oops, I think I've got the wings on there too tight. There we go. Yeah, don't mess with this guy. But yeah, let me know in the chat, guys, what's your favorite part of Mythic Legions? Those of you who are here, ready to chat Legions, I want to hear what all you're big fans of. I want to know more about this line. I've read quite a bit on the Four Horsemen site to try and learn things, but that's learning more about characters. I want to know what it is about the figures that you guys love so much. Skew, Conan is finally shipping. Frazetta, it was cheaper. I'll take it. The Frazetta Girls Conan, is that the one you're talking about, Skew? Let's see. Star, yes. Break, nothing new about Cosmic last night. That's too bad. There hasn't been a new wave announced, Star. When the next happens, that's when you'll hear anything about new about changes. Okay, thank you, Brick. See, Brick, I can't stop thinking about it. It's an information desert out here. Uncarded. I think that the latest Silver Knight has some extra articulation range. I do think I'll be getting that Silver Knight. I think he looks really good. It's silly, but that red plume kind of sells the figure for me. I mean, everything else looks really good. I think a lot of them, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the chat, isn't a lot of the Silver Knight the Valiant Knight body, which I don't have, but I've seen a million reviews on it. Let me know. All right. Well, everybody's thinking about what their favorite things are when it comes to Mythic Legions. Let's jump into the Four Horsemen's Instagram page. We already talked some about Otho and Urzak. I'm a big fan. I think these are very cool. I'm such a big fan that I did end up pre-ordering them. And I know I talked about that on the live stream or on the last stream. And this guy doesn't even have extra hands. So dear Four Horsemen, please don't make me a bad photogenic figure collector. Make sure I get some extra hands for Urzak. That's something, and I'm not saying include them in there because they included a lot of stuff in for Urzok here. I'm just saying come up with a hand pack like you did for the Knights so I can get some hands for this guy. And then Otho is looking pretty incredible. I've already got some hands for him because I have that Knights hand pack, but I'll probably end up getting another one. I really want to load up on those guys. And I love the Urzok face, the one where he's just yelling. Like, this is a great photo. I love that pose of him. And that's with that face. But yeah, we already talked about these guys, but I wanted to bring them up again just because Legacies of Mythoss, that's your very first wave. Right there is those two. Got them on pre-order. I am super excited about it. And then they announced Wave 2. And this is Scaphoid. From what I understand, Gambit just hit the floor. Hang on. From what I understand from reading, actually, that's the thing. I like to go to straight to the horse's mouth when I'm figuring this stuff out. The stuff that is going, this is a con exclusive. I believe it's the New Jersey con or something. Hold on. Let me see real quick. Legions Con. Holy crap. I mean, it is a New Jersey con, but this is an exclusive for Legions Con 2025, which I can't remember. It's either October or November. And the exclusive parts that you get with this guy, if you go to Legions Con, is going to be this horn skull that came with the tuberculi and these bone wings. So if you don't go to Legions Con, you get the dude, the skull, and all these things down here, which I think is still a pretty good setup. I'm not going to make Legions Con, so if anybody is going and wants to see if they can pick up an extra one of these for me, I would appreciate it. If not, I totally get it. But yeah, this guy, either way, will be mine. I'm really excited about this. I think maybe it's the Joker effect. Green and purple is just always such a cool color combo. And Scaphoid here has that going on. And it's a really bright green, like just a freaky skeleton. I mean, that is super cool. And then we've got, wait a sec. Oh, never mind. Okay. All these shots. And there's what he can be all dressed up as, one of these tuberculi looking guys, if you get the exclusive. Oh man, I hadn't seen this shot yet. That is gorgeous. I gotta say, guys, sometimes I see some product photography and I'm thinking I could really help them out. I see Mythic Legions product photography and I'm like, nah, Trevor's got this. The dude kills it with his photos. All right, let's see. Ooh, look at that. I hit the topic and the chat blows up. Give me a sec. Yep, Frazetta. Okay, thanks, Q. It was cheaper. I'll take awesome and cheaper. I get that. The Silver Knight is the same body as the Valiant Knight from Legions Con 2023. Yeah, that was the first new range figure. I knew that about the Valiant. I just wasn't sure about the Silver Knight. But thank you, Brick. I appreciate that, man. Actually, when I saw that Valiant Knight, that's when I first started thinking, hey, maybe I should try this. And so I got on, and by then it had been all sold. And so I was on eBay, and then I'm going, nah, maybe I won't try this. Because I think at the time it was going for 60 or 70 bucks. Anton, then you would have Jason and the Argonauts does Marie Harris, and Film has a great skeleton battle. Man, I don't know. I wish I knew more about that stuff. Like, then I could make corrections. I could be like, wait, I think you mean this. And I don't, because bad nerd. Rick, it ain't, you just haven't figured out the rhythm / seasons of Legions news. So the Friday before Legions Con is the annual big announcement for the new full Mythic Legions wave and chapter of lore. Okay. Thank you, Brick. Let's see, Uncarded. I enjoy the pop and swap DIY aspect of Mythic Legions figures. I made a ton of custom figures and the possibilities are limitless. Oh, I haven't tried that yet. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did put at one point the skull that comes with Maxilius, just the regular skeleton head. I put that on Gideon just to make him like, yep, he lost an Necronomus, but it was, I mean, it looks cool for sure. I think I'm going to need more figures before I can do too much popping and swapping. But I do look forward to being able to do that. People make incredible stuff with them. Star, I've been avoiding looking at Joy Toy's Infinity figs for reasons. I messed up and looked back. Joy Toy Infinity is pulling me back in. Please make it stop. That's a problem we all seem to have, Star. Everything wants our money, and lately everything is so good. That's why I'm constantly trying to promote focus, and at the same time, my focus is 7 lines. It's like I really don't know what focus is. Anton, Alien Earth did not end the way I thought it would. And let's see, and that was really creepy the episode before and was extra creepy. Ooh, maybe I should check that out. Did anybody read the Invisible Man comic issue? It's really good. The art is really awesome, and it gives you more behind the scenes of who the man was before he became invisible. I did not, Anton. Let's see. I'm digging that orc. Let's see. Think I might have to get that one. Yeah, that one's very cool, Star. Cosmic Legions waves are announced in the summer, but since there were delays on the wave that was shipped, let's see, there wasn't a full wave announced this summer. Just some head packs. Okay, Brick. See, I gotta get. That's what's up. I need to get, just like you're saying, I need to get into the, like how everything's solicited, the timing and all that stuff. I need to understand the 4 Horsemen news cycle, I think. Anton, can we please look at the master figure from Doctor Who anyway? The master figure? If I can find it, we're going to get through the Legions here, Anton, and then we'll see what we can do. See, Cosmic Legions computers accessories sets look fire. Ooh, I didn't see those either. How are Legions selling? BBTS seemingly has them on sale often. Makes me wonder about the health of the line. I don't know, Star. I don't know. I haven't looked that closely. It seems the ones that are on sale are ones that have been around for a while. I was looking at the Necronomus wave because, again, I only have these 2 and I want to add to it. Those are still holding their price, but then they came out earlier this year. So it might be that if they ever go on sale, it's going to be a while still. I tried to get into Cosmic, but I'm not as interested in the character classes as I am in Mythics. Fantasy has unlimited possibilities, but sci-fi tends to bottleneck into specific IPs or genres. That makes some sense. I haven't looked. I mean, Cosmic is the same as Mythic for me Uncarded, where I haven't been looking at them just because their articulation isn't the kind of stuff I like. I'm kind of with Star. I want to see what they're going to do to really up it. And then hopefully I can avoid jumping into Cosmics, but we'll see. Because I guess technically, if I'm getting Legacies of Mythoss and picking up Mythic Legions, that's 8 lines I'm focusing on. Gulp. Uncarded, did anyone order the new Mondo Motu 2000X 112 scale He-Man? Uncarded, I did not. I'm just not into it enough. I considered it when it sounded like it was going to be less than $100 because they are beautiful figures, but they're pretty up there and the shipping's pretty up there. So I just noped right out because it's pretty expensive for something I'm not sure I'm going to absolutely love, you know? Rick, favorite things about Legions: design, sculpts, and paint, unmatched in the game. Also, sheer variety of fantasy and sci-fi creatures and character types. Each fig is a work of art. You know what? I saw somebody, and I totally agree, Brick, as far as all that's concerned. I saw somebody saying, why is it that we get all on Marvel Legends when they do repaints, but we don't say anything about Mythic Legions when they do repaints? And I don't get into those discussions. I just saw the post. So I looked at it though, and I look at the Legions and I look at, like, I've got Gideon here and I've got a Cowboy Logan here, or I've got Maxilius and Cowboy Logan, or these guys and Stan Lee or whatever. I think what I thought of almost instantly was Marvel Legends are content. Mythic Legions are art. You know, it's like, and I know everybody rips on Martin Scorsese for the pure cinema thing, you know, It's like Mythic Legions are cinema, Marvel Legends are Disney Plus, that kind of thing. Disney Plus, like those shows. I think that's probably the closest. And so to me, there's just no comparison. Mythic Legions to me, because of the things that Brick said, are just so much better that even when they are repaints, they're still repaints with a lot of paint and a lot of thought put into them. Marvel Legends, half the time, they don't even really consider what body they're using. Anton, where's your King Arthur 10? King Arthur is Arthur Pendragon. I knew that one. He's a leader. He's a leader. Him and his friends were in the Knights of the Round Table. I knew Knights of the Round Table. I'm going to have to go back and read the Arthurian legends. I had a mythology book where a lot of that stuff in it. I still do. I just haven't read it in forever. Uncarded legions are healthy as bleep. They aren't in jeopardy of going out of business anytime soon. That's what I would think, Uncarded. It seems like the Mythic fans are, what do they call them, the Legionnaires? It seems they are rabid and they have money. So they are, it just seems to me that Mythic Legions, probably anything Four Horsemen, probably isn't going anywhere too soon. But I don't know. Anton, the reason why they had a round table when nobody got to sit at the head, everybody had an equal portion. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't think of that. I don't remember reading that, but that totally works. Anton, the book is read. Let's see, The Once and Future King. That's right. Rick, oh, duh, Uncarded is absolutely right. Can't believe I skipped the pop and swap of Legions Obscura. It's perfect for my Lego brain. I forgot, Brick. Like I've seen your live streams and all that. You've got the Lego Star Wars ships behind you. I'm going, why did I? And your name's Brick. I'm going, why did I not put that together when you said your Lego brain? Star, I assume you mean Cosmic. Honestly, don't know. But it's true that Cosmic doesn't sell the way Mythic does. That said, it's a 2-year-old line. Mythic is 10 years. That's fair too. That's fair. I didn't know just how young Cosmic was in relation to Mythic, but you gotta give a brand time to really build up steam. Damn, loved Alien Earth. Ooh. Won't be necessary. Star, perhaps 4-H could do a Godzilla -1 fig, seeing as how Hiya Toys is choosing to drag their feet. Curses. Star, it's weird. It's like, you know what you need to do? You need to start wishing for things that aren't things you actually want, because it does sometimes feel like companies are just straight up against you. So be like, no, instead, just start saying, I don't want Hiya to make a Godzilla -1 Godzilla. Maybe that'd work. Star Brick, that's true. It's Cosmic that's usually on sale. Okay. Brick, Skew. Let's see. Open those computer accessory set. Amazing. High quality stuff for $25. Such great alien style aesthetic. See, that might be something I need to check out, because I could use, even if I don't get into Cosmics, that could be something I could use for my other figures. They light up, right? What? Holy crap. How did I totally miss these? Plus, I think that BBTS is one of the, let's see, Four Horsemen retailer partners. The guy that owns BBTS puts on Legions Con or something like that. What? Uncarded. Didn't know that. Okay. Let's see. Saw that same post you mentioned about Marvel Legends versus Mythic Legions fan reaction to reuse. If you can find it again, look for my novel of a response. Awesome. I'll see if I can find it, Brick. Very nice. What was your take? I mean, you don't need to write the whole novel, but what was the general gist? Ray Harryhausen. We know him. Uncarded, the Mondo 112 Motu are the first figs to tempt me into getting into the line. They do look good, undoubtedly. Brick, oh, Nosky Raider, that's the, let's see, that'd be amazing though. Nope, just dope sculpts and paints. I'd still check those out. All right. Gonna drive, listening. Sounds good, Brick. Thanks for hanging out. And hey, keep driving. Don't listen too hard, because then you'll totally lose focus on the road. That would be bad. Oops, sorry, Uncarded. Then I just totally skipped you. Let's see. Marvel Legends looks for ways to cut corners and give the customers less while charging more. Whereas I've never felt like I didn't get my money's worth from any Mythic Legions I've ordered. That's probably a pretty good point, honestly. Like there did come a time where I felt like I just wasn't getting as much for my money when I was collecting Legends. Brick, still fire. Yeah, those computers, I'm gonna have to find those. Uncarded Star, I'm a big Motu fan, and this Mondo 112 He-Man is totally worth it. I mean, it looks amazing. I wish I were more of a Motu fan, but I'm kind of glad I'm not, because I think I saw somebody posted what the price was when you order He-Man and Clawful, and it ended up with shipping being over $240 or something. Uncarded, awesome. Looks like Motu is in my future now. Do it. Do it. I can live vicariously through you guys with the Motu stuff. Uncarded, my favorite thing about 112 scale figures in general is the possibility of making some sweet stop motion animations with them. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. I wish I had time to look into more of that. I mean, maybe I'll have some at some point. If I ever did anything, it'd be like a 30-second long stop motion. I'd be like, well, I did it. Time to retire. Sci-fi Mordred, the illegitimate son of Arthur and his stepsister, Morgan Le Fay. Okay, that's weird. Maybe people got dark with that Arthurian legend. Okay, so we've taken the time. We've checked out Scaphoid here. Let's get out of Scaphoid and go to this guy. Hold on, I remembered Scaphoid's name. This guy... Sir Valgard, and he's the Order of Aetheron, which means he gets to party with Sir Gideon, which I'm a big fan of. Now, what this guy comes with that is extra, this is another Legions Con exclusive, but the extras here are the parts to make him basically a knight. So it would be Sir Valgard leading these knights into battle. Oh, excuse me. So this helmet doesn't come with the regular version, and these legs don't come with the regular version. I think that's about it, but there might be something else that maybe makes his arms longer or something like that. Either way, even with all this stuff, I mean, this guy looks insane. And he'd be the first one I got that wasn't, let me know if I'm right, a 1.0 body. And again, if somebody's going to Legions Con, let me know. I would totally grab these guys from you if you could just, pick them up. I'd send you the monies. But yeah, I love the look of this thing too. Gold and purple is kind of like purple and green. Like it's got that, it just goes together really well. Like, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Hold on. I want to see if, yeah, he's got that going on as well. I wasn't sure if that only fit on these longer legs or if you could use it with the shorter legs too. Let me go back. Okay, yeah, you're good. But yeah, this guy cracks me up. And look at that. You're not going to mess with this dude. Do not mess with Sir Valgard. And I'm noticing right now, those might be the same eagle wings that are on his helmet as Gideon has. Sir Gideon Heavensbrand. 2. I don't know why I do that. But yeah, I think they look like they might be the same. Obviously, they're probably going to be painted totally different because that's just how Legions rolls. But yeah, I think this is going to be fun just because this will be the first one of these guys I've gotten. And I'm kind of excited. Like, for whatever reason, Legions has me really stoked right now. And maybe part of that is that the MAFEX prices are going up so fast. Maybe part of that is that Jada is seemingly at a really slow production schedule. I mean, I like it, but I'll be honest, when it comes to Jada, when I couldn't get that M. Bison and the Dalsim, because it was my fault. I waited too long, but all the other exclusives stayed on the site for forever. But when I couldn't get those, that kind of just bummed me out, where it feels like Street Fighter isn't the priority that it was. So now I'm looking at these and I'm looking at the other indie stuff. Like, I loved what we saw from that Dot Knock and Yeti set. I think that looked amazing. but it's not something that really pulled me. If one was going to pull me, it was that gangster from Mezco. But yeah, I just keep looking more and more at indie lines. Not saying I won't pick up more MAFEX. It's just they'll be few and far between, especially this year, because I haven't even picked up any yet. Until Toypixx starts killing it. Then I'll probably have to go nuts. But what's everybody think here of Sir Valgard? Uncarded, so excited about the upcoming Mythic Legions RPG in collaboration with Sideshow Collectibles. I saw that they were, hold on, I wonder, because I saw the two logos next to each other on here. Did they, oh, okay, so they don't go into much detail. We are incredibly excited to announce that Sideshow will be joining the fun at LegionsCon this year. At last year's annual Goon broadcast, it was first announced that Sideshow was working on a project with the Four Horsemen Studios this year. That exciting journey. I'm going to have to wear my glasses eventually, aren't I? Let's see. Exciting journey will be fully revealed as part of the Mythic Weekend festivities that include Goon and LegionsCon. Stay tuned for more details and get your tickets for LegionsCon 2025 if you want to be among the first to see what happens when Sideshow and Four Horsemen Studios team up. Ugh. Ugh. I hope it's lame. I hope it sucks. Because if it doesn't suck, I'm going to look at it and go, why do I want this? It won't suck, though. We all know this. Sci-Fi, they literally packaged a dwarf figure with still. You're not wrong, but you can only get those stilts at LegionsCon. Anton, you're absolutely right. That was great. It's too scary, but as I said in my review in my sister's paper, don't eat beforehand. Oh, for the alien, right? Anton, with more week or so to New York Comic-Con, or one more week to New York Comic-Con, can't wait. Yeah, I really hope Jada throws something out there that I'm stoked about. I hope everybody does. Like I'm stupidly excited for Transformers right now. Mythic Legions, for Operation Monster Force, for Action Force. I am in a weird collecting spot compared to where I thought I would be at this point. Star, those Jada Scooby-Doo figures are exceptional. Jada rocks. I do feel like I at least need to pick up Shaggy, but I want the line, so we'll see. Wonder Festival Shanghai next week, 10-2 to 10-3. Amazing imports announcements incoming. Why does all this stuff have to be going on the weekend that I'm going to be around family? And I need to be around family. I like family. I like hanging out. I might even love my family. So I'm not going to be able to be on my phone as much as I should be for this. So that might be what the following Monday live stream is about, is just all this stuff that I missed. Although we should talk about that on that live stream anyway. So there you go. Sideshow's just doing statues, announced last year at LegionsCon. Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. That's super lame. I mean, not lame, but I don't need it, so I'm okay. Thank you, Brick. Skew Star, got yours? About to get mine soon. Zoinks! Oh, boy. Brick, Wonderfest is coming. Awesome. WonderCons are always fantastic. Yeah. My Legions, or Legacies of Mythoss, Wave 1, Otho and Urzak are on the way. Nice, Uncarded. Man, I wish I'd gotten in on when they were in stock, the in-stock sale, but I had to wait, had to get the pre-orders. I didn't have to. I just didn't jump in right away. Again, I was late. But yeah, I can't wait till they get here. They're just going to get here after everybody else already has theirs. All right. Oh, yes, it gets very, very dark, and poor Merlin is put into a cave, into an eternal sleep. Well, he probably earned it. I mean, Merlin was in Transformers, the movie, and that totally tainted his name for forever. Not Transformers, the movie. That was the good one. What was the night one? Age of Extinction? Wait, was it The Last Night or was it? I don't know. Those two run together. Star, let's see, it's Skew. Yeah, mine came in several days ago, worth every penny. Ah, dang. Anton, King Arthur is eventually wounded during the last battle and sent to an island, and there he slept for thousands of years, waiting for one day when England would need him again. You know what? Wouldn't it be cool? I mean, they basically have, I'd say Heaven's Brand is probably supposed to be Arthur, but wouldn't that be cool if somebody made a Knights of the Round Table line? I'd be stoked. Maybe it's just me. Sideshow Collectibles Court of the Dead IP seems like it would make a great 1/12 scale line. I have seen those, but I don't know. I mean, if you're thinking that, I bet you're probably right. Anton, so in a way, the legend did come true because I think that Winston Churchill, who saved Great Britain during World War II, is him. Winston Churchill is King Arthur? I mean, Winston Churchill was a big time, he was the right guy at the right time for sure. I don't know. I'd have to totally adjust my expectation of what King Arthur would look like, I think. I'm hoping that when Jada does Scooby Doo Velma, they give us an extra head without her glasses and she's all squinty eyed. That would be a must to me, or for me. That would be kind of cool. Mondo, good lord. Mondo 2000X, He Man, and Clawful Look Fire. Let's see, recommend timed He Man if you do it for Gray Skull Head. What? Like, is there a time thing going on? Like, is there an early bird kind of thing going on, Skew? Brick, but imagine if Sideshow surprises us with 1/6 Legions. Not going to happen. Or if it does, it'll be announced for 2027 at the soonest. I'd be okay there too. I got to avoid the 1/6. It'll kill me. 1/6 would destroy the wallet. No, that would be bad, Skew. Boss fight, let's see, doing 1/12 Court of the Dead. First two waves have been revealed. Check it out. Really? I think I did see that actually. Maybe that's why I've seen Court of the Dead stuff. Anton, I like the Warhammer. I guess he's a descendant of the Vikings. This guy, yeah, he might be. Except I think Mythos is its own thing. So hold on, I want to go back. Yeah, this guy's awesome. Sir Valgard. Yeah, I do just like the look. And he's throwing down with a tuberculi. So it makes sense because he's throwing down with a Necronominus figure. That's right, folks. I'm learning. It's taken me time, but I am learning when it comes to ye old Mythic Legions. Yeah, I feel like you talked about it here. That makes sense. I mean, I do think I remember them. When you said that, I'm like, yeah, that might be when I saw them. Uncarded Brick. I think the boss fight did them in a smaller scale too, in the Vitruvian Hacks line. That's their 4-inch line, right? Or 1/18th. Sci-Fi. June said there's going to be, let's see, 5 Scooby-Doo waves. I suspect each wave will have one member of Mystery Inc. That would make sense. I wonder if are they gonna go near Scrappy? All right, guys, take your bets now. Are they going near Scrappy Doo? That Hot Toys Crack Tusk Predator might be my first 1/6 scale figure in nearly 2 decades. See, I don't even look at Hot Toys. I can't. Mom got a Grogu that was like a Grogu 3-pack that was Hot Toys. And once in a while, I'm tempted to go back and get her that Din Djarin. I'm going to have to do that at some point because you can't have Grogu without Mando. But aside from that, I really try not to look at Hot Toys because they look so good. Brick, they did uncard it. Okay, sweet. All right, guys, so that's what we got. We know I do have Beathir incoming as well. So maybe, I mean, I haven't gotten a shipping notification or anything. That's going to be a while still, I'm sure. But with him coming in and me only having Gideon and Maxilius, I keep thinking, man, I'm going to need to start getting a little more stuff here for Mythics. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to go back, probably get some stuff from Leodicius's wave. Then there's the stuff that was recently revealed that just looks so cool. Like the guy that, I can't remember his name, but I think he was a dwarf that came with a big barrel of booze, or like the mead barrel, that kind of deal. they just look like fun figures, and I'm getting oddly stoked about them. I don't know. It's weird because I'm never sure where my head's going to take me. Oh, wow. I think Maxilius just killed Wolverine, but if somebody's going to do it, it's going to be him, I suppose. Yeah, I never know where my head's going to take me. So hopefully I'll stay on this Mythic Legions train for a while, because right now their stuff is incredible. Let's see, I can't see Scrappy being made. Master June just seems too grounded to go in that direction. Just the primary characters. But what if, so there's 5 waves, and then they do the mystery machine, and they need a figure to go with it, so they give us Scrappy. Okay, I'm just making things up right now, but that would be kind of funny. Let's see, sit tight, Dave. I suspect you'll get something Beothir adjacent in this year's new Mythic Wave. Oh dear, why, Brick? Why do you do this? Because I'm going to need it, aren't I? Star, that Predator is badass. Uncarded, I completely agree. Yeah, that's me avoiding looking. I'm telling you, it's dangerous if I look. Is there anything else Mythic Legions related that we need to touch on that I probably don't know about? Besides, everything. Anything for quick consumption, so I don't have to think too hard, because eventually I have to stop thinking. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm adjusting Maxilius here. You fiend, you're so evil that you knocked yourself down too. There we go. Who's that gray dog? Scooby-Dum, his cousin? I think it is Scooby-Dum, isn't it? Star, that 1/6 scale is a slippery slope. Yeah, I know, and I've already got slippery slopes. I go to 1/6 scale, that's going to be the slipperiest of slopes. That's just bad juju. And the room, you know what? I wish I could show you guys. Ever since I brought up, maybe I could put some shelves up in the office back here. This is a huge empty wall. I could put some shelves up in the office back here. Oh, that would be bad, but it would be awesome. Oh, sorry. I got lost in what I was thinking there. Bad juju. Brick, well, this year's new Mythic Legions wave starts the next chapter of the lore. The first arc just ended. Yeah, so I'm going to need to go back. I'm going to have to pick up some of that Necronymous stuff. Going to have to go for the Legacies of Mythoss, and those will be my figures as far as that first part of the lore. And then I know Leodicius is supposed to be, like, so help me out. Leodicius is before Gideon and Maxilius and all these guys, right? And Beothir is one of the pillars, which was before all of it, correct? Or was Leodicius somebody that fought? I'm trying to remember the timeline. Brick, the 4 horsemen of Mythos were defeated, and Beothir arose from the ocean along with new continents. Funsies. Yeah, I'll have to check that. I gotta go back and read again. So, okay, so it was in the before times, they were defeated by like Leodicius and Itheron and all those guys, right? And then they came back. The 4 horsemen came back, and that's when we got the Necronymous stuff. So Leodicius and all that first defeat was before what has gone on for the past 10 years. Am I right? Uncarded review, so true. I was talking to my buddies at work today about that very thing. Predator first, then Alien, then more Predators, then RoboCop 2, then Stop! Poor Star. I'm sorry, man. That's insanity. I like it though. Flim Flam and Scrappy were the pint-sized power punks of the Scoobyverse. Scooby-Dooby-Dum is Scooby-Doo's cousin. He's gray and wears a red hat. Okay, I could picture him, but I couldn't remember if that was his name for sure. Thank you, Sci-Fi. Let's see. Each of the 4 good factions have a great beast they're modeled after. Leodicius was the great beast along with Itheron, I'm guessing, right? Yes, you got the timeline right. Thank you, Brick. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Star, yep, it's a hard habit to break, and the figures only get more expensive every day. I know. That's the real tough thing here when we're talking about all this stuff. Whoop, I meant Leodicius, Basilia, Aetheron, etc. Okay. And they're doing Leodicius. I had heard are they doing another Aetheron? Or do I need to go back and track down some of those guys? Do you have any? I mean, Brick, if you know, obviously you don't need to tell anybody here. But I was just curious. I'm wondering, because I looked up the old Aetheron because I thought Gideon was that rad. And I'm going, ooh, I don't think I have. I think he was like $400 or $500. I'm going, I don't think I'm going to spend that on Aetheron. But he looks cool. What have we, Star? I wouldn't think that Jada could do figs of Edge Runners 2 and until after the show releases. That means more season 1, James Morris, Max Stack, Maelstrom, Tiger Claws, Cops. Bring them on. I mean, that would be fun for sure, Star. I need to still get David and Lucy. That's how far behind I am. I need to load up and pick those guys up. We've got Ugh. You know, I did a bad thing when I looked at this wall and noticed I could add a lot of shelves. Oh, man. Time to start marketing Toypixx heavily, obviously. Brick definitely knows the Legion's lore. Cabal above all. Yeah, he's definitely the guy that's keeping me up to date here. Brick, they haven't announced a new Aetheron yet, but it's inevitable. Don't go back. Got it, Brick. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Anton, I would include him. That would be interesting to include Scrappy, but I would like to see an obscure Scooby character like Scooby-Doo, who was Scooby's girlfriend. I wonder, though, if they're only doing 5 waves, how obscure can they really go? I mean, they're already going semi-obscure with bad guys, aren't they? I don't know. I mean, they did go for Mega Man. They came out with his dog. I can't remember the dog's name. So I'm wondering if they would do something similar with Scrappy as, say, so you get the gang and you get Scrappy and maybe something else to go with them or a big part. And then you would end up with still 9 bad guys and then Mystery Inc. plus Scrappy. Ooh, now I'm wondering. I know Scrappy was crazy divisive, and I do prefer the original 5, but Scrappy would kind of be the ultimate troll job, and I think everybody would buy him. Aliens, Predator, Terminator, RoboCop, and Blade Runner are all connected. What? No, don't say that. Don't say that, Sci-Fi, because I need to go back and learn much more than I know, which, I mean, the answer is obviously yes anyway. All right, let's go back. I want to look at Scaphoid once more since we're about done for this fine evening. We're going to close it out at 8:30 like we do every night. Well, every live stream. And remember that this coming Monday, we'll be talking about our favorite figures of 2025 so far. So check out what you've got. Let's start listing them out. See if we can come up with a quorum, a consensus even, an accord perhaps. We need a Jack Sparrow 1/6 figure. But I'm digging me some Scaphoid. I'm digging me some, what was his name? Valgard. Have I already? Oh boy, I am the suck. Sir Valgard. Hey, look at that. I remembered. But I think I really like Valgard, but the skeleton thing has always been awesome to me. So I think this will be my favorite of the two. But no doubt I'll be getting them both. Faux show. And I love the purple gold combo. Great, googly moogly. Skew, Anton, Scooby D? I've been told they're related. I thought it was his girlfriend too. Scooby Dum reuse too? You know what? Scooby Dum would be some reuse. They just have to change the head, I think. And Universal Soldier. Oh, you guys are just all over the place right now. I'm totally lost and confused, and I'm good with it, I suppose. Oh boy. And I can't wait. Oh, and remember, so Monday we'll talk about our favorite figures of 2025 so far, and there will be no live stream next Thursday. That's when I'm going to be out in Vegas with the fam. Jada Edge Runners, David and Lucy for best of 2025, at least for me. That works for me, Star. They look great. Let's see. Lakers, Dwarves, and Knights are cool. Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, the Lakers are yellow, let's be honest. This is clearly gold. So, yeah. And actually, I haven't been into basketball in years. Huh. It's been since, oddly enough, it's been since basically about when Jordan was playing that I was into basketball. Scooby Doo is his cousin. He had his own show for a while. What? Really? Scooby Doo's his sister. Oh dear. See, what's collected in Vegas comes home. That's fair. That's fair. I have been curious about what's out there, so we'll see. Let's see. Set of stilts. Yeah, I might need to find somebody to pick this up for me just for that joke, just because of you, Sci-Fi. Thanks a lot. All right, guys, it is that time. So as always, thanks for coming out this fine evening, hanging out. You could have done anything tonight, and instead you chose to hang out here with all of us, and I massively appreciate it. So until next time, have fun. Happy snapping. See ya.